guys, welcome to today's video. So today I am sharing a cream-based makeup look, which is personally one of my favorite makeup looks to create. I really love those creamy liquid products that melt into the skin. It can look natural and youthful, and you also get that beautiful dewy glowy complexion as well, which I personally love. Now back about a month ago or so in my last makeup tutorial video, I asked you guys if you wanted to see a video with just using cream-based products, and a lot of you said yes. So that is what I'm providing you with today, and a lot of the products that I'm sharing in this video are ones that you do see me wearing a lot in almost all of my YouTube videos, and I also wear these on a regular basis as well. So let's have some fun, let's switch things up a little bit, but don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell, and also don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up as well. Alright, so before I zoom you in, I do want to show you the two products that I have on my face currently. So all I have on my skin right now is just my skincare. Now if you've been with me for a while, you know that I love using moisturizers and sunscreens that give my skin this added glow. Because number one, I just love this look in general, just by itself. But I also like using products like this underneath my makeup because it shines through my makeup, adding to that glow and that dewiness that the cream-based products provide me. So basically, the dewier, the glowier my skin is, the happier I am. And so this is the cream that I have on my face right now. So this is the Embroillis cream. I've talked about this a lot on my channel. This really gives that nice glowy complexion. It acts as a makeup primer. A lot of makeup artists will actually use this to prep the skin before makeup. And this is perfect to use at nighttime, even before bed. This is great to leave on as that hydrating mask. So this is perfect for so many things, and as you can see, I am almost done this. So I do use this a lot, and I almost use it every single morning, to be honest with you. I'm obsessed with this. So I have that on my face right now, and the sunscreen that I have on is by Supergoop, and this is the Mineral Sheer Screen SPF 30. Now this really doesn't give that dewy glowy complexion, whereas this is more skin-like. So if I'm going to be using sunscreens that give that skin-like appearance, then I wear moisturizers that give that glow. So this shines through my sunscreen, which you can see here, and then of course my makeup will add to that glow and that dewiness. So these are the two products that I have on my skin right now, of course with all of my other serums that I used previously, of course. Alright, so I have zoomed you right in, so let's get right into it. So the first thing that I always do is to cover up any redness or blemishes that I currently have. So this is the NARS Creamy Concealer, and I like to use this prior to applying my CC cream or my foundation. So I will link all of the brushes that I am using below, as well as all of the products that I'm using, as well as shades. So this one is in the shade Light 22, just so you know. So I'm just going to add it to the areas that I need that extra coverage, which is usually my cheeks and my chin, and of course around my nose. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry down just a little bit before I apply my CC cream. So I'm going to go in with the MAC Painterly Pro Longwear Paint Pot. Painterly is the color, and I like to use this to even out my eyelids, and I also like to do this to prep my eyelids for any cream-based or even powder products. This is basically like a primer, but it also evens out my eyelids and gets rid of those unwanted pinky purple tones. Okay, so now I'm going in with the IT Cosmetics CC Cream, the original one. This is my go-to formulation. I've already reviewed the brand new CC Cream, the CC Glow. So if you haven't seen that video, I will leave it below for you in my description box as well as up here. So I have the shades Light and Fair, and because I am not self-tanning, I'm going to mix the two together. But in the summer, I just wear the shade Light. So I'm gonna mix the two right now into the palm of my hand. So generally I will do a pump of each color, so it's right there. And I'm also gonna add one pump of the Say Glowy Super Gel. So this is an illuminator that I like to incorporate with my CC cream or foundation, or you can actually apply this all over your face before you apply your foundation or CC cream. This adds more glow to your skin and you get a beautiful complexion. So I'm gonna do one pump into the palm of my hand with the CC shades, and I'm gonna mix all of that together, just like that. And then whatever's left, I will just apply it to the remainder of my face with my finger. And I actually just started incorporating that Saie product and I am so impressed with it. I love so many Saie products, so if you haven't tried any of their products yet, go and check them out because they also contain great skincare ingredients as well. So I'm going to apply all of that with a Beauty Blender sponge, and this is a brand new one. It looks so pretty. I hate to dirty it up, but we have to. So I'm just going to add a little bit to the bottom of the sponge and start applying it to the cheeks. I don't apply foundation or CC cream underneath my eyes. I have told you guys that in the past. I don't like to apply foundation underneath my eyes. I like to just keep it for concealer. The less product, the better in my opinion. I don't want my under eyes to look cakey, so that's just something that I've always done. I just love this CC cream so much, and I just love that added glow in the formulation as well. Like, you can just see how beautiful that is. Very youthful. And of course, if that's too much glow, then you can just add some translucent powder to tone it down a little bit if you want to, but I never add powder to my entire complexion because of course it takes away from that nice glow. So now I'm going to apply the Saie Hydra Beam Under Eye Concealer. So I have it in shades 1 and 2, and I do like to mix the two shades together. This is one of their newest launches and one of my newest obsessions. Very, very moisturizing. So if you have dry under eyes, you are going to love this. I don't have dry under eyes, but I just love how moisturized my skin looks underneath the eyes, and it really helps to plump up the under eyes as well. So truly amazing. So if you're into stuff like that, I think you're going to love this. So I'm going to apply shade 1 first underneath. So I just do a little bit like this and on the outer part. And then with shade 2, I just put a little bit on the bottom part of where I applied number 1 and a little bit on the outside here. And then I'm going to use my ring finger and I'm just going to gently tap that into my skin. This has a light to medium coverage, so if you're looking for a full coverage concealer, this is not it. This is pretty sheer, but you can build it up a little bit. You could also use this to conceal blemishes, but honestly, I feel like this works better as an under eye concealer. But you can always try it and see. But you can just see how nice and bright that is. There's a little bit of a reflectant in the formulation as well, which gives that nice glow. So again, this under eye concealer is fabulous. I haven't used anything like it before. So this is honestly one of a kind from what I have tried in the past. So I'm actually going to set my under eyes with just a little bit of powder. Because this formulation is so moisturizing, it can look a little bit too shiny underneath the eyes. Like, I think this is beautiful, but this formulation can settle into fine lines, and I don't want that, of course. So that's why I am going to set it with a little bit of powder. So I'm going to go in with the Givenchy Prism Libre in the shade number 3, and this one has pinky tones. So this is going to brighten up the under eyes even more without adding glitter. This will matte out the under eyes just a little bit, but where I apply this, my under eyes are not going to look too matte. I typically just like to apply this directly underneath my lower lash line and a little bit in the inner corner, and that's it. So I barely put any powder, but again, it's enough to keep my concealer in place all day. So I'm just gonna grab a little bit with a brush here and tap off any extra. And I'm just going to lightly apply it to the lower lash line and a little bit right here. And that's all I'm doing. That's it. And just by doing that, my under eyes will look like this all day. So I'm just going to quickly fill in my eyebrows with the Anastasia Brow Wiz. And I really love this product. I've been using it for a really long time. And I have it in the shade Taupe. So my eyebrows are definitely not twins, they're sisters. This eyebrow is nice and full. This eyebrow right here tends to be a little sparse in this area. So this is my problematic brow over here. And so it takes me a little bit longer to fill in this one so that it matches, or somewhat matches, my other one. I feel like we all have one eyebrow that is better than the other, you know? All right, so the eyebrows are filled in and I'm gonna be going back to them later on to set them. So I like to do that as the last step of my makeup routine. So now I'm gonna move on to my favorite part, which is bronzer, highlighter, and blush. And so the bronzer that I'm gonna be using today is by Say, and this is the Sun Melt Natural Cream Bronzer, and I have it in the shade Medium Bronze. Now, I really wanted to pick up the lightest shade, but it was sold out for the longest time that I just went ahead with the medium shade. And I can make this work, I can blend it out, and it does look pretty natural even on my fair skin. And come the summer months when I'm gonna be self-tanning a lot more, this will be the shade that I would want anyways, so it worked out. So I'm gonna be using this today, and this actually has colloidal oatmeal in there, so very soothing on the skin. This also has elderberry and a lot of other great skincare ingredients. So check out this brand. This is not sponsored, this is just me loving the products, telling you to look into them, because I think that if you can find makeup products that also contain skincare ingredients, best of both worlds, love that. So the brush that I'm going to be using is also by Say, and this is their big bronzer brush. This is amazing to use with this because of course you can just swirl it into the product and apply it that way. And I did pick up these two during the Sephora sale, so I mean, a lovely brush. Amazing. Do you need it? No, but should you try it? Yeah, I really do. So I just grabbed a little bit on the brush here, and I'm just going to lightly tap it on the high points of my cheeks. And this brush is very dense, so I feel like it works really well for all cream-based products. All right, so now I'm going to apply it to my hairline. And I try to get it right in that hairline so that it looks natural. So beautiful. I just love it. So you see how natural cream-based products can look. It looks like I've been outside all day and the sun has naturally sun-kissed my skin. So that's why cream-based is my go-to, because it doesn't look powdery, it just looks like your skin. So now I'm going to apply the Ilia Liquid Light, which is a serum highlighter. And really, I don't necessarily need to apply a highlight to my skin because I already have a nice glow going on already. But like I said earlier, the glowier my skin is, the happier I am. So I'm just going to apply a half a pump to the top of my hand, and I'm going to apply it to the tops of my cheekbones, a little bit underneath the brow bone, and the inner part of my eye. So I'm just going to use my finger and I'm going to lightly tap that on the high points of my cheeks. And I like to go around to the top of my brow a little bit. And this is also another hydrating product. It adds that added glow because of the serum type of texture, but then of course that subtle glow just makes everything look so natural looking. So it's very beautiful. And I'm gonna put a little bit down the bridge of my nose, just a little bit. So I'm just going to put a little bit underneath the brow bone. So I'm going to be applying the Ilia Multi-Stick. Now recently I shared my favorite go-to cream and liquid blushes. If you haven't seen that video, I will leave it below for you as well as up here. And I did mention the multi-sticks and I shared 3 shades. But since I uploaded that video, I did receive 3 of their newest shades. And this is one of the new ones. So this one here is in the shade Dear Ruby. So it's a true poppy red, but there's still a lot of that coral orange shade in there, which is what I personally like. So it's very warm, perfect for spring and summer. And this would look good on so many skin tones. And I promise you my cheeks won't look this vibrant. It really does blend out very nice and it looks natural. So I'm going to be applying that with the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection brush. This is very dense. This is actually a foundation brush, but I like to use this for cream-based blushes as well as liquid blushes. Now you could use this to apply your blushes, but I'm going to strictly keep this for bronzer, so I'm going to be using this instead. So I'm just going to grab a little bit on the brush here, and I'm going to grab right from the product, and I'm just going to apply that to the tops of my cheeks here. And you can see how nicely that blends right into the skin. It doesn't look too harsh, it just looks like my natural flush. So as you can see, this color is very buildable. So it goes on nice and subtle, but if you want to add more color, you can. So moving on to my eyes, I'm not going to do a whole lot here, but I'm going to go back in with that Say bronzer, and I'm going to go back in with the IT Cosmetics brush, but I'm going to flip it to the other side, and I'm actually going to put a little bit on the brush here and apply it to the crease, just to add a little bit of color and dimension. This wears really nice on the eyes. I love using cream bronzers and blushes on my eyes, and it just looks so nice, and again, very natural. You don't get that powdery look, and I just really love how that ties everything in. And now I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Eyes to Memorize cream eyeshadow, and I have a few different shades, but this one here is in Champagne. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of that to my eyelid, and I'm gonna be using my finger for this. And these wear really nice as well. I don't find that these crease whatsoever, especially if you prep your eyelids beforehand like I did with the Paint Pot from MAC. But these just look absolutely beautiful. There's a little bit of that sheen and I just think that it makes your eyelids look a little bit wet and dewy. I just love that. So I'm going to apply a little bit on the other side now, and you can also bring this color underneath your brow bone as well. It would work for that, as well as the inner corner of the eye. So now I'm going to apply the Makeup by Mario Brightening Pencil, and I'm going to apply this to my lower lash line, so the waterline, and this helps to brighten up the look as well. And sometimes my waterline can get a little bit red, especially when I'm tired, so this really helps to brighten that up and to eliminate that redness. Alright, so now let's apply mascara, and I'm going to be using the Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara in the shade After Midnight, so basically in black. I'm going to speed up this section though, because sometimes I take my time with mascara, so I don't want you guys to wait too long. So let's fast forward a little bit. So now I'm going to set my eyebrows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. So I'm just going to apply a little bit to a spoolie here, just like that, and just apply that to my brows. Okay, so now they're more like twins, which is really nice. Nice to see that. Some days, not so much, but today my brows are cooperating, so they look pretty good today. All right, so for lips, I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Lip Liner. This is my go-to, and I love it so much. It just goes with so many lip shades. So I'm just going to lightly line my lips. So for lip color, I'm gonna go in with that Ilia Dear Ruby blush. With these products, you can use them different ways. You can use them on your eyelids, your lips, your cheeks, of course. You can apply it wherever you want. That is the great thing about cream-based products. So I'm gonna put a little bit on my finger here, and I'm just going to apply it to my lips, of course. Gonna grab a little bit more. Oh, that looks really pretty. Okay, this is the first time that I've applied this color to my lips, and I really like it. I like it a lot. So that completes my makeup tutorial with just using cream-based products. I really hope that you enjoyed it and that you found it helpful, and please let me know if you want to see more videos like this. Do you want to see more cream-based tutorials, or would you like to see other tutorials that includes powdered products? Let me know in the comments below, but I really hope that I encouraged you to venture out into the creams and liquids. If you've been afraid to try these types of formulations, don't be afraid. Slowly introduce them into your makeup routine and play with them. Have fun and practice. So I will link everything that I shared in today's video below for you, including the brushes and the shades that I used for all of the products that were shown. And again, let me know in the comments if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And of course, I will see you all in the next one. So take care, and I will see you guys then. Bye, guys.